I'd like to invite the next team for this evening's pitch, now just over halfway point as well, Team Hydro Neutral.
So good. Are you able to see?
Yep, we can see perfectly, Sarah, and I'll start the clock whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hello, we are Hydro Neutral, the digital water meter for industry. Before I get started, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land in which this hackathon is taking place and pay my respect to the elders past, present and emerging. I extend this acknowledgement to the First Nations people of the land on which participants today reside. As we know, as individuals, we need to save water. As a team, we wondered, do businesses save water too? And we also wondered, how do we, the consumer, know which businesses are saving water? Who should we support? So we decided to tackle how a business could monitor water usage and inform their customers. Our research showed that Hunter Valley has a 40-year plan for water security in the Newcastle region, involving reducing water as a percentage across all industries. Our solution is a commercial-based solution. We did some customer research with a local vineyard and brewery and asked them, how do you know how much money you spend on water every year? We weren't surprised to find that there were only a few ways to track water usage. So Hydro Neutral was born. We will track water usage and usage efficiency in agriculture within the Hunter Valley. Introducing the digital water meter. Our software tracks a business's water usage, compares it to the industry standard and the Hunter region industry-based goals for water savings as directed by Hunter Water. Businesses will come to our website, see examples of our digital water meter and be able to download a free static widget code easily. Once they've learned to measure the water once they've learnt to measure their water, businesses will be offered a dynamic widget on a subscription basis. Let's show you a live demo. Crossing fingers now. Okay, so here we are at Hydro Neutral. I've come along and I know that I'm a business that's ready to take some action. Simply taking and installing this digital water meter directly onto my website by simply cutting and pasting and inserting into my HTML, I'm then able to have my Hydro Neutral icon. And when I press this, in the static version, that's the free version, your widget would pop up. And here there'll be some vital statistics about where you are in relation to the industry goals and also the goal average. So that's our wine provider in the Hunter, which I'm really looking forward to coming and visiting once I'm allowed to get out of Melbourne. If you were to take the dynamic subscription, you would actually get a real-time, up-to-date or updated widget that actually changes the data that is shown on your widget to show how you are improving or how you're moving towards reaching the industry goals or being under the industry goals. Okay. So where to for Hydro Neutral? After starting in the agricultural water efficiency space, we are looking to target other industries that are instrumental in the Hunter region. We will continue to work closely with Hunter Water and use them as a benchmark for industry standards and industry goals for water reduction. Our plan is to release a subscription-based Hydro Hub that will list a directory of all businesses in the Hunter region. Will give consumers the power to choose businesses that support hydro-neutral practices. So for example, you might be able to see a whole bunch of terrific wineries that you might want to go and visit, find a lovely glass of wine and see whether that particular winery is exceeding industry targets of water saving. With the subscription, Customers will also have access to an exclusive Hydro Helper, an online knowledge hub full of information about how to reduce water usage. The helper will be categorised by industry and provide specific information for each local area. Thank you. We'd love your support in trying out our new widget to help the Hunter Valley commercial sector save water. Who's ready for a glass of hydro-neutral wine?
Well done. Excellent way to finish off, and great to hear customer discovery done. I'd like to pass to our judges, and I'll start the clock for the Q&A.
Oh, hi. I can ask a first question. Really good presentation, and I was impressed with the demonstration that you provided. I'm curious. Is your idea to actually provide and install digital meters as well?
Thanks, Colin. Actually, it's not. We are creating a digital meter that's for their website. They would be in the static version manually uploading their usage rates, but in the dynamic version, when they subscribe, they'd actually be tracking their water usage in a variety of ways that we would be looking to do automatically without their input. So it's not so much a physical product as it is a digital one.
A follow-on question from that then, how can we trust that the businesses are inputting the correct data?
Great question. In the static version, I guess the answer is we'd have to come up with some measures that could ensure its trustability. But in the dynamic, because we're controlling a lot more of the data sources, I believe that would be a lot more reliable.
Yes, the question that I had relates to what Cole already asked. It was more about how you measure to the input the data usage. Okay, so probably you already answered.
Oh, wonderful.
Do we have any more questions from the judges?
So you were talking about a static and a dynamic method.
Yep.
So what does the dynamic method entail? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. The dynamic method would be, you can see how on the widget, once you've opened it up, it's opening an image. The dynamic version, we plan to have at the bottom of a website as a banner, and that it would actually live track updates. Now, those updates, they're coming from the API that we would build that would tap into specific pieces of information, which is where that reliability comes in from the previous question. So it's just more up to date. It's showing their input and changes that they're making on real time.
Based on the amount of water flowing through their meter?
Based on what they're doing to save it. So you might recall in the Hydro Helper, when they're getting the information about how to save water, let's say one of those is to create a dam at their local vineyard, say, and if they were to take that measure, then their water usage would significantly decrease, and it would show on the banner that that's an action that they've taken. So therefore, you're informing the customer that they are still continually below average in terms of the water that they're spending. So it shows that they're saving water and coming up to that goal. So I guess the answer is it's a variety of measures, and that's why it's industry specific at the third level of the roadmap, because every industry is different. Wine, dam, sure, but that won't work for an online business. They're not going to build a dam. So we have different approaches based on that third level.
Excellent questions. We'll wrap up there. Congratulations to Team Hydro Neutral. Great to see an industry-specific scorecard put forward. That's excellent.